Hello, galactic travelers, cosmic crew. What's up, galactic royalty? Sorry, I have been gone again for a week, but you guys know why I'm here, right? Because I know you feel it. The veil is completely been lifted. The planet has ascended. These waves of consciousness that all of us have had over the past about 6 days, I guess. Again, we gotta celebrate first. Can I get a hoot hoot? It's crazy, right? Oh. Let's give thanks. Let's give thanks. This is billions of years in the making. Billions. And we're here. And I know many of you feel it. So let's just give thanks real quick. I think the big problem that we have right now, which is what we're all going through, is, oh my gosh, we're who? We're what? On what dimension and timeline am I on right now? Am I on the human level, or am I dealing with the planet alignments, or am I in the Egypt messing with the pyramids? I know we all are starting to have these multi-dimensional experiences. And I just want to let y'all know that we're having them too. Okay? So you're not losing your mind. The energy that you feel has lifted. And it has been for the past 3 days. If the full online, the full galactic human, the number 44, the full galactic human, the OA, went completely online on May 6th at 3:11 a.m. So that's 05/06/2018 at 3:11 a.m. That is when the galactic human, so this is where we go back to the AB negatives, because the bloodlines right now are really important, and it has nothing to do with somebody being better, because actually I can fully explain all of that now. We can't do it in this video because I need the whiteboard. But we all played our parts. All the religions played our parts. Even the Draco played their parts, okay? Everybody played their parts. We all did this to each other, in a way. So for right now, in this moment, then that's all we need to know. And that we made it. And that the earth is definitely shifted. And everything is now upside down and backwards. So this has been a little tricky this past week. And we know this, right? Because we know that the opposite of love is what? Hate. And why did we come here? Why did we go through all this? Why did we make human beings? Why did we... all the star systems and the different beings that have been through so much. Why did we do this? We did this because we were fighting with each other, as so above, so below, right? So on the galactic level, they had been fighting for millions of years. And that is how Earth was born. And in my last video, we talked about this. But now that we're in 5D and we've got this new strong energy, which is really just a raise of the consciousness. We're not as tied to the root chakra anymore. So now we're flowing the energy, which is raising the consciousness. And especially the 551 awesome freaking galactic crew that's been online, we are raising the consciousness for everybody else. So when you are around anybody, just read into their energy and let your conversations flow. And this is when we have to start speaking up, all of us. Fear is nothing but the frequency in your ear. Fear is only an emotion based on a past experience. It has nothing to do with the future. So the more we speak our truth, especially to those around us who are still, excuse me, especially those that are still, are still coming out of it. They're still putting pieces together. Not all of us are awake as the other, and because we're all going through this at different levels, and we get stuck at sometimes we can get stuck at different points. So if you're the chill one right now and you're going to be drawn to get out and about, remember, everything is mirrored in your experience. So if you haven't been able to speak your truth yet to somebody besides your friends in your bedroom, then you're probably going to be getting a lot of that. You're going to be coming in contact with people that you can help, and you feel this burning desire to say certain things. And here's the thing, you never know what it is that's going to cause a synchronicity. It's always the weirdest things. It's the things that like pop in your head. You'll be having a conversation about something totally different, and something will pop in your head about a hamster. And instead of swallowing it, speak up about it. And then that's the thing that the other person goes, oh my gosh, it's so funny you said that. I had a hamster. I just saw a hamster today, or whatever it is. And then that opens up the conversation about synchronicities. And then you kind of know, when they're in your presence, their energy comes up. So when they're around you, because your consciousness is higher, what you're doing is you're raising theirs. And so when they're in your presence, you can tell when you look into their eyes that they hear you. And then at some point, they'll probably literally like step back. They won't get angry. I've been speaking my truth since my first activation, because now there's been 2. Because the full moon, this last full moon, thank you so much. I think so many. I think all the light workers. I think all the tribes. I think all the galactic warriors. I think every religion on the planet, because now we understand all the different roles that they were all playing to protect us. The judgment, the hate, the fear in all the lifetimes. Because why I haven't been here for a week is I've been on all these missions to help us end the planet and to network some of the core, at least where I am, back together so we can all connect. And it's who I am. It's been my mission. I'm one of the original seeds of Earth, and the 13th bloodline. of Mary Magdalene. And the A's, the B's, the AB bloodline, the Y came in through the actual B's and made the X, which made the Z. I know this doesn't make sense right now, but to some of you it will. That's why I'm being led to say it. And I'll talk about this very soon, explaining the bloodlines. But each one of those bloodline, the A, the B, okay, and then the negative, which is the Y, and the O, like all these blood types have different programs that we all went through. And I don't care what situation, experience, for instance, somebody could lose a goat that was their only livelihood, and losing that goat was a tower moment. Now, I guarantee you, because now I've talked to enough people, especially in the past week, and it could be the same as someone losing a $2 billion company. It's the same. We all have been through these same programs. I can tell you the women with the Orion programs went through. I mean, I'm Lyran, so we've been doing this a long time, and we've been waking up a long time. Okay? And so for me, what I've been doing is just providing to the other beings around me that I know, are here, and especially the ones, that I'm resonating to now, because we can feel the energy. So you're feeling the energy from us, especially, the people around you. When you resonate towards them, we're finding our soul families again. And so people are moving, lots of relationships are ending, and that's okay. I mean, this is a monumentous time in human history. And it's one that'll never be here again in this now. But there is no reason to fear. If you're having a lot of experiences that are popping up like just firecrackers, once you get a grip on the emotion, because at the beginning, the emotion takes over. If I have an emotion right now, it totally takes over my consciousness. And I've actually even had a situation this week where I was using a lot of my energy, and for this particular event, which we can talk about some other time, it was actually helping raising the consciousness for the planet right after the shift. And my consciousness bottomed out. I mean, it just went, boop, no emotion. But that's what it reminded me of when it happened. And it freaked me the hell out. I was like, please come back. But it was like this wave. And so it's just like that emotion. When that emotion hits, it's so hard to see through anything else. And that's okay. These are all parts of the process. And but what we can do right now, while other people are waking up, because we've got people waking up all over the planet. We have people waking up at the White House. We already have some people awake at the White House. We have people awake at the different churches. We have people awake around the world. We have people that are waking in the financial industry. We have people everywhere. So you're going to be resonating no matter what you do, no matter where you are, if you're at the grocery store, if you're at work, because, we are here to pick up the bags. We are here to build anew. We are here to help humanity and to help as many as as want to see what we brought here. And the only way to do that is to stop blaming one another. And the only way to do that is to realize that when we get triggered or we have an emotion, what is it that caused it? What is it that just happened? That son of a gun just ran out in front of me. Okay. Maybe I should just slow down. Maybe I didn't slow down. I'm just a little too much ahead. Why am I mad about it? I'm mad because I'm late and the kids did this and okay, wait, why am I having this reaction? Because I'm tired. If I'm really honest with myself, I'm just super frustrated. I'm being impatient, whatever it is, right? And then go, okay, thank you for teaching me that. I no longer need that. But a lot of us are getting to these deep ones, you know, and the biggest one is because we really come from two different tribes, except for the ABs. And the A tribe comes from the dragon tribe, from the earth, from mother and love and nurture and grow, everything that we manifest from, everything that we love about being a human and having a human body and expressing ourselves in art and, you know, music and symbols and all the things that were taken away, right? Really, the divine feminine. And then the blue, the bees, you know, they were the science guys. They were the mathematicians. They were the ones who made these amazing suits for us, right? And they also are keeping the money right now in the world. And some of the religions that have been talked bad about were the ones that hid the bloodline for so long so that this could happen. So I'm saying all this because in the new energy, everything is mirror and merge. It's like a concave lens. So what happened whenever the earth shifted is it went up like this. So you have a mirror opposite now. So everything that we do in our life, we can't do the same way and expect the same outcome as the old. So, you know, if we're not standing up to our family and taking a break because the energy that's coming on, and if we are not taking care of ourselves, and then we're going to get sick. If we're making up little stories and not telling our truth to get what we want, which would be called manipulation, then we're going to get manipulated on. If you're frustrated, it's just elevated. Everything's elevated. If you're angry, then there's going to be more people pissing you off everywhere you look until you deal with it. And a lot of us have these huge trust issues. And this is I believe where we are today, because after we merged, we literally have these two. We had the red faction and the blue faction where we made purple. We are in the purple. So when the X woke up, when we got the full online OA, then that means if you're an AB negative and you're cleared everything, if you're an AB negative and you've cleared, okay, that means your judgment, you know, your hate, your fear, remorse, judgment, hate, fear, remorse, judgment, hate. Doesn't that make you just want to go wah wah? If you've cleared that and you're like, okay, I've dealt with all that and you've cleansed it from your body and you have no more fear, literally, for the most part, I think at least if you've gotten through judgment, then most likely you are fully online. You're fully online. You make the X, and that's just because the A's and the B's, we had the A and the B negative. In this lifetime, the negative's going to matter, and the ones coming, it's not going to matter. It's the double simians and the positives. You can see this in the zodiac charts, okay? But for this particular moment in time, we had to make sure that all the ancient knowledge was here, and the only way to bring that in was literally through the B's to make a negative bloodline. That's how it got here. Well, those guys, they're awake. They're even processed this information. They even understand it needs to come from your heart. But see, what happens in our mind is we have these program blocks, and we've found them, right? We found these seals, and we found these things that are in our body that are keeping us, you know, in these lower states. But at the top, at the plasma part of the bubble, where you're trying to, like, when you're trying to get free, because I had this moment. I had this moment. I had this moment this last week, and I really thought for about an hour that everybody was dead. And this was when the planet shifted. I think this was Wednesday. And I was devastated. I was screaming, crying. And I was being coached and helped, of course, like always, because we're not alone. That's whenever you're fully online. That means that you have fully online means you have all your galactic DNA and your messages awake in you, coming to you. You're getting information constantly. It's amazing. But then you also have your dragon DNA. And so your heart is fully open, and we now know that these are our machines. We are the OA, where we are the AI. This is the full integration of it. We only had to have the technology and the physics so that we'd understand our own bodies. See, now we're trying to merge them, and this group is going, we can't tell them all the secrets. We can't tell them all the secrets because we've been hiding it for hundreds of thousands of years. I mean, that's a hard one to break. And then this side's going, we can't tell them. We can't tell them. So what's happening in the collective is it's kind of like it's going like this a little bit. And as these energies continue to rise, it's so important for all of us to stay as calm as we can, because we are now linked in the zodiac. And I know the collective has always been saying, you know, where the transits were, but now the transits are locked in to our charts, and we're literally guiding it. Of course, this was all pre-trained. This was all pre-done. So just know that whatever's popping up in your reality, and for me, it's these trust things. And I was holding up consciousness for about 5 or 6 days with about 3 or 4 people that I knew were really important to the overall mission. And then yesterday I started dealing with my own stuff again. And so I understand. But, you know, now it's like, even when it gets really intense, then if I get upset now I know that it probably has something to do with me, that I need to change something, that I'm not listening to my own words. So, okay, we're creating a brand new world here. Any project, anything we want to do, what are we going to do? And in order to get that consciousness as far up as possible for everyone else, because what happens is whenever we raise the energy around them in a collective or even in an individual setting, then all it does is kind of release that pressure off their head so they can make some connections and go, oh, wait, why do I think like that? And remember, it only took like 1 or 2 really good questions for you to research that led you here as well. So that's why it's so important when you're in those settings to make friendly conversation, be yourself, and tell them how pretty they are, and be you. You don't have to worry about what other people say anymore. It doesn't matter. And as you meet more of your soul families and you have all these other things that are more in common now, not that you're losing your family, but it just opens it up a little bit. So the world's changing a little bit and you have a little bit more rope. That's why it's so important to say it out loud, to say your truth, talk about the energy, talk about the zodiac, talk about whatever you feel in that moment, because it could be exactly what that person and you had planned before you got here for you to trigger them so that they could start that process with you. And if you don't say it, then that person misses that opportunity. And if none of the people that they plan to do it are brave enough to do it, then they miss theirs. There's going to be a lot more coming out. I know there's all types of relativity. So much has been solved and connected. The creation story, all of that. And I promise, I will get another video done in the next couple of days. What projects do you have going on? And here's the other last big question, because this is a celebratory message. Although I got to add one more thing. If you're AB negative or AB, it's best for the planet and for humanity if you don't eat meat right now. The AB and the AB negatives are the universal plasma donor. The reason is because of the golden ratio in their blood, which triggers the Fibonacci sequence, which then connects us even more and raises the consciousness and helps Gaia and saves as much as the planet as we can too during the shift. Since the ABs, negative or positive, are the plasma donor, then our energy is what is being utilized at the tips of this right now, while everyone else is being connected. So if you're AB or AB, please just try not to eat meat at all for the time being, or at least cut back to chicken, okay? Please, that would help all of us. We would be very, very, very grateful. I know it's different to try to find, and so the O negs and the A's and the B negs, it's good for everybody to not eat so much meat, but we're also part of the food chain, so we can't interrupt too much right now. We already have all this crazy unbalanced stuff going on with the planet, so just try to cut back. I would say just try to cut back. But my ABs, I would ask you, please, 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 don't eat meat. This planet's moving now. We're cruising and we're going at high altitude. So straight to, where are we going? I believe we're heading to Atlantis before the fall. Poles have already shifted. North Carolina currently doesn't have any radio reception. Thank you, Amanda. So I'm getting all types of reports. So this is really happening. But here's the big question. Yeah, when we wake up, we find out we have some missions. And they're missions that we have free will. We darn straight are we going to do that, because now we remember everything we went to get here. So what do we want to do though? Like, I know that we're gonna rebuild some communities, and I know there's gonna be new government type of stuff going on, and we're changing the healthcare system, and there's gonna be art. There's gonna be all kinds. Everything is new. Remember, everything is upside down and ass backwards. But what do you want to do? What makes your heart sing in all of this? I know I'm gonna have, like for me, I know I'm gonna have a lot of projects going on. and a little bit in a bunch of different things. But then now we have the choice. Because whatever makes us happiest and joyous and love is what we resonate to, and that's what everyone hears. And that's what the planet feels. And the best way to help the planet and all of us right now is to have flash mobs all over the United States. So if any of y'all can get that going, let's do it. Can I get a hoot hoot? Want to make sure it's clear. The AB negatives that have cleared their emotions are just the first ones to get the full OA. The full full download. This is because it's all a process. It has to start. So I needed to add this in real quick. So this might not fit perfectly, but into the other video. But what happens is when that X is made, and as the consciousness raises and more of these original A and B seeds awaken and release, then it's going to everybody. This is like Christ walking on earth. This is what we were promised. So I just needed to add this in there. Back to the rest of the message. Can I get a hoot hoot? The camera just went bloop bloop. I mean, it literally went, the video went like this. And I just wanted to show you guys. I made these flowers for the new earth. Red and blue. We have purple in Hawaii, Lumeria. We have green and the purple. This is GAIA, which we planted on. Here's our golden stars. And here's the original earth, Michael Gabriel, A and B, however you want to call it. But celebrate good times. Come on, banana. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hoot hoot. Oh, call it in. Call it in. I call in the highest timeline of all dimensions, of all space and time, in this. Now.